What's up, guys? It's me, Daniel, VintageMagic.com. We're in Bali, Indonesia, here on holiday. And yeah, you know, I was doing some excursions today with our family, and I wanted to do this video because I really brought up the topic of something very, very important and very intriguing. I never met so many people in a country that are so humble and so thankful for what they have. And it might be a religion thing, because a lot of the Balinese people here are Hindu. And Indonesia, I don't know if you guys knew, is probably it is actually the highest population of Muslims in the world. But in Bali, it happens to be Hindu as the main religion. So what's intriguing about that is that I just found like the level of humility and thankfulness in their culture, it's so amazing. Like I don't know, it's just something I really found you know, that you don't find in the Western states at all. It's almost as if they you know, even though it's I talked to our driver who took us around today. He was telling me he makes about 2.5 million rupee or something, and rupiah, and that is basically the equivalent of it's like less than, it's about a couple $100 a month. That's what he makes a month. And that, now he also pays about 500,000 rupiah in healthcare and such, but so he makes about 3 million total, but 2.5 million goes to him. And what's really interesting about it is he's just the happiest guy in the world. I mean, can you guys imagine $200 a month? That's incredible, incredibly fascinating that this country, you have so many people. There's a lot of laborers in this country who don't make very much money. It kind of reminds me a lot of Mexico and some of the other Asian countries too, where, you know, Vietnam and such, where Thailand, cost of living is much different. And you start to wonder, like, why is it we Americans, you know, just basically worship the idea of just making money? Why is it we are so, like, in love with the idea of owning the next property, or the, you know, more Bitcoin, or more, you know, Magic the Gathering cards, or whatever? It's like we have to compare ourselves with how much money we make, and it's kind of sad. And you know, I'm not going to deny this. I definitely catch myself. I catch myself in many different ways, because you start wondering yourself, is that really what life's all about? Is making money? I mean, I definitely try to live a life of humility, trying to enjoy what has been given to me and give back to others. But I feel like, you know, even myself, I feel like, you know, I kind of look at myself like, how do these people are so happy? And they're, even though they're probably, you know, wondering, you know, hey, you know, I can't afford a car, can't afford to go to college, but I can, you know, I can barely even afford enough for my kids to go to school and have some, you know, clean clothes and our new clothes and a TV and such. We really take what we have for granted. And we're very wasteful as a country, and very wasteful as people. And I thought I'd reflect on that, because I've been in a lot of places all over the world, but in this country especially, I just find that the people are very humble and very thankful for what they have. What do you guys think? I mean, do you think the Western cultures, is it, you know, are we just raised a certain way to make a bunch of money and to live a certain life and drive a certain car? And is that the way life really is? Or is there life beyond that? Well, I definitely could tell you there definitely is life beyond that. You guys know that already. But the thing is, we get consumed a lot about what, our goals, right? We have a lot of financial goals. Oh, there's a helicopter. Hold on a second. We have a lot of financial goals. We have a lot of personal goals. We have a lot of travel goals. Goals. But all of them focus on money. They all cost money. And career and having children, don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. That when you have children as a Western, like United States or Europe and such, well, especially United States. I don't know about Europe because Europeans tend to live life a little bit more freely than we as Americans. But when you have children, do you ever see other people, who are just having like nannies and, babysitters all the time? And, by the way, I'm not judging people that do that. I just feel like it's not healthy. It's like you're having kids just kind of check it off the list, like check off the list. Why not appreciate and spend as much time as you can? Take less money. Novel idea. I don't see why the world is like this. In Asian culture, I asked about this, and our driver's telling, yeah, my wife stays at home, our grandparents are involved, my wife does some side jobs, to do some hair and nails, to kind of do some more fun activities for the family, but generally she stays home, takes care of the kid. And I definitely wonder, today's society, it's not like that anymore. You don't see people taking one of the parents or staying home and taking care of the kids. It doesn't happen anymore. It just doesn't happen. And I wonder is that just a cultural thing? Is that just the way the American society has gone, where our life is to pay off debt? I think that's what it is, though. I think if you poll most people in America, they will tell you that they would love to not work as much, enjoy vacations, and enjoy time with their family versus having all this insurmountable debt all the time. And I think that's the root cause of it all, is it has to be debt. Or, maybe part of it is our some of it is trying to have competition with each other. Trying to, who has the better car, who has the better house, who has the better vacations, who has the better magic cards, who has the better deck. Rather than just appreciating what you own and what you have and just being thankful. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting dynamic, Now, I'm not saying that if you are a person that has the means to invest and you can buy certain cars and, vacation, and you can buy nice houses. I'm not saying you don't spend your money, the way you want. That's your choice. I guess what I'm saying is, for the people that are obsessed with it, have you met people who all they talk about is what they own? Have you talked about people who just talk about what they have or will have or how they're going to do it? I don't mean entrepreneurial spirit. That's different, like ideas and creating something. I'm talking about just money. Making money. As much money as they can. They don't give a freaking ass about anything else in life but money. Scary thought. Scary thought. To the people here, in Bali, they're so thankful. I really appreciate them. They're so humble and so thankful for what they have. Yet they make, very little. I mean, less than $3,000, $4,000 a year sometimes, most people. I wonder, are the people in America willing to say, hey, I'm just going to make a little bit less, a lot less, sometimes to just have more freedom, to stay home and be with my kids? Might be a pretty good idea. Alright guys, today's video was more about, just kind of the thought process of life, how life kind of, makes you think about things. And I don't know, I hope the conversation started this way with you guys. I hope you guys look at the conversation as if, you know, there's a conversation to be talked about. It isn't just, we just live here to spend and consume and to have this overwhelming amount of debt and just always keep fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting and not really enjoying. And I see like the Europeans, they do a really great job of enjoying their lives and appreciating, you know, their lives. And I think a lot of Americans wish they did that. I think a lot of people wish they did that. And I really have to say that's something that, you know, I'm thankful for. I'm able to stay home with my family, you know, and travel the world to see you guys out there in Magic. And, you know, I'm going to go to Grand Prix London in January. I believe that's the end of January. And I hope to see some of those British old school players that I've been talking to for a long time. And some of the people at the Grand Prix, you know, in general. And, but, you know, all those things, I got to be thankful for that. I got to be thankful for you guys. You know, you guys for supporting me and my channel. Being thankful for you guys giving me the opportunities to do more content, talk about different other topics other than the crappy ass noise that you've seen on the internet. Talk about something more, I hope, more thought-provoking, you know, a little bit more life-driven. I enjoy this kind of thing. And yeah, I just thought I'd tell you guys I really appreciate you guys out there. So again, you know, Bali has been great. The people are very, very humble. And I'm very, very thankful of the people I've met here. And, you know, I only hope and strive to be as humble as they are. I mean, they are just, I don't know, just some of the most amazing people in the world. All right, guys, you guys have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.